Hi, everybody. This is the comic book the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion. Your host, and welcome back to the comic book hut, and hopefully you like this video. And it seems that your boy Zack, I don't know what the hell happened, but I would say is that if you've been following me for a long time, I have said for a long time that Richard, he's not all there, and I've heard that from a lot of people, and I don't know, it's because he never said he was shell shocked or, in military, but very strange individual. Doesn't answer the phone. You call him, you got to text him, got to email him. Still in some place, some shack in Austin. I'll tell you, if there's ever an Armageddon, it's in Austin. That's where it will be. That's like the Wild West now. Really, the Wild West, just insane city in this country. But, Richard, now we didn't have the homeless report build-up. Usually I have that. But there's so much in this video, so much that I can go through it with Guido Ricciardo. And that's his official name here, Guido Ricciardo. Because he's fucking weird. He's a weird guy. And he's been going on a rant, an insane rant, which he normally has done for 8 years on YouTube. But people didn't realize it. They just thought, this guy's a brilliant guy. This guy's brilliant. Making these observations in his car, talking. I mean, if you think about it, if you're somebody, you see some guy in the, just imagine this picture. A guy in his 40s. A guy in his 40s with this phone underneath his neck, looking down inside a parked car, doing something. You don't see it from far away. He's recording himself. He's talking to himself. And you have to ask yourselves, what the F is going on in that car with this guy? Or if you're a coworker, it's Richie, he's just talking to himself again. He's just talking to his crotch, Really. If you think about it, all these years. But anyway, he's been going on. Now, he used to have a big channel. His channel was huge. Had way over 100,000 subscribers. That channel was awesome. It really was. And he made very insightful things. He had to say about the comics and the stories and the artwork. And, over time you learn about people. You learn how they are over time. And we see now with him, this guy. Now, I was the first to figure out that there was something wrong with him online because I said that, the Wisest book late. And, his first book late. Well, all his books are late. all his books have always been late. They've always been late because he don't care. He doesn't care. But like I said, he had a big channel. Now he's down to, we haven't done a count in a while, 91,000 subscribers. He had way over 100,000. He must have lost like 30,000 subscribers. Something like that. Something crazy. But now he's sort of complaining about the other YouTubers. Now, I ain't done that. I did that when it was meant for fun and have a point. But this is going against the grain. I don't know what his problem is. But let me read you some of this stuff. It's just crazy, like all these different, and he hates the critical drinker. He hates heel versus why that face. Heel, baby, was it heel versus why that face? Now he's complaining about not thinking so critically. He's complaining about him. I guess he's been sort of complaining about Eric Gelide. These are all nicknames. Don't take offense to it. I just think some of it. I think it's all funny. To be honest with you. Gotta do the nicknames. I'm the originator. I'm the one with the best nicknames for all these different people. To be honest with you, and some of them are so obvious, But he's been complaining about all these different people, and he doesn't. Again, I said this before. He doesn't understand how YouTube is. You have to keep talking about the same things over and over and over again for the audience. Okay, and if you don't, you're gonna kill yourself. You're gonna kill your channel. That's why he's lost like 100,000 subscribers. Because he doesn't realize that. or maybe he just doesn't care. Anyway, he likes to complain about these YouTubers that take time to review things. Okay, I didn't know that there was a clock on this. Let me read you this first one. I don't know where some of this is going, but we'll see. Ill-gotten gains are washed. Are you saying that Disney's working with the mafia, the cartels, or that Disney itself is a criminal organization? Yes, I agree. I agree on that part. Disney is a pedophile criminal organization. Let's be honest. You know, I was thinking about this. This is one of my tangents. This is a very important tangent. Star Wars. Why did they go after Star Wars and continue to go after Star Wars so hard? I was watching on X Alex Jones, and he was talking about the Revenge of the Sith and how that George Lucas had to rewrite that story because it was an old story. He wrote that in the 70s, and he updated it to include and have these allegories. Have these allegory of 9/11. And you know that line in the movie when Anakin's confronted by Obi-Wan, if you're not with me, then you're my enemy. And if you think about it, the droids are the terrorists, and you have the Emperor manipulating the military, or creating the military, manipulating the Senate, and basically takes over everything, and nothing's ever the same. And I thought to myself that I think they destroyed this because I think, and I would say this also, that Lucas rejected the studio process. He didn't give his stories to any studio. He was his own studio. So they knew that. They were very independent. And they needed to destroy Star Wars because of all the underlying themes. I've come up to the conclusion now that the Revenge of the Sith is probably number 2 in terms of great movies in the Star Wars canon. I know people aren't going to like that. I think it's a brilliant movie. I always thought that when it happened, but now when I see it through that prism of 9/11, that everything orchestrated, all the hell that we've been through as a country, and everything that the Jedi went through was all orchestrated by one person. And I think Lucas knew that, kind of knew that, and heard about it, and he put that in the movie. So that had to be destroyed. The globalists had to destroy that. And that's why they've gone after Star Wars so hard and de-emphasize, heroism and self-sacrifice and just this insanity. But I digress. And here he's complaining about the YouTubers talking about Snow White. You have an audience. You have to feed into it. Snow White's Second Coming is a disaster. Okay. Now, who wants to see that movie with this googly-eyed, cross-eyed girl? I wouldn't want to see it. Drinker's review of Sinners was only 4 minutes. His reaction to the Ironheart trailer was almost twice as long. Now, the interest in Ironheart is much larger than in, I guess, this book, this anthology they're going to put out. The YouTubers are going to put out with Eric July. Okay, so the audience is much, much smaller. Ironheart trailer has a big audience because people are not happy with the MCU. And people do not like Ironheart. Ironheart's probably, Riri Williams is probably at the heart, no pun intended, of the Venom. And, of course, Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, is at the heart of it. Now, he's been complaining about the Critical Drinker. Again, it took the Critical Drinker 3 weeks to review Sinners, but he had a reaction to the Ironheart trailer up within 3 hours. Okay? Again, nobody cares about those other things. They care about Ironheart. No wonder why Marvel tried to bury this show. Now, this goes on. I was going through this. This is days in advance. Days in advance. This is from Eric July. Jay returns to comics with his latest story, Across the Bear, featuring in our new anthology. You know his work from Achromatic, Chronicles and Geeks and Gamers. Now he's bringing a powerful new tale to life. Support the story. Support Jay. Grab your copy now. And your boy Moron says support in quotation marks. What's he? his sense of humor is not the best. You know, I mean sense of humor. Boy, oh boy, disaster. Here's another one, and this goes on for a week. This is only a day ago, folks. These are the weakest men who have ever existed. Naughty Dog attacks fans again. Ironheart trailer goes full MCU. Richard, you're the one complaining about the men that are the weakest men. Okay. We know Richard. He doesn't. This is a quote from somebody that he doesn't care about your rebellion. He doesn't care about your rebellion. He just wants your money. He just wants to be paid. That's all he cares about. And then he said this about, I guess, from Jeremy Grimes, the creator of Geeks and Gamers. Snow White released in 1,300 plus theaters domestically this weekend. It grossed nearly $210,000. There's no way these guys are straight. It's impossible. Okay? Well, he was in the military. He probably would know that, I guess. Here's another one. Right-wing YouTubers when they spot a lonely... Right-wing YouTubers when they spot a lonely middle-aged man and realize they can get money out of him. Take 3. Right-wing YouTubers when they spot a lonely middle-aged man realize they can get money out of him by selling him the idea that he's joining a community by buying their YouTuber merch. I don't understand this comment. This goes on, folks. Look at this. Women wait at the finish line and pick the winners. Again, just strange stuff. And this is only a few hours ago. And here we go. Here's another guy going after him. And attacking Republicans. I just don't understand some of this stuff. Republicans on this platform do pretty well. Pretty good. And we kind of thought that Guido Ricciardo was one of them, but he's not. I don't know what the hell he is, to be honest with you. This goes on and on. I mean, this goes on for over a week. So this is kind of the stuff that Richard has been doing with his channel. He's just doing whatever comes into his insane mind. Whatever goes into his insane mind, he's just doing it. He doesn't really care at this point about the YouTube audience. He just wants to complain. And I don't know what the point is. It's one thing if he has a point to all of this. Just like, what the hell's the point of this video? I mean, really. But we've spent many years observing. I feel like, what the hell's the name of that guy, Steve? What's his name? And the Australian guy got hit by the stingray. I feel like him. Now we're going to observe Guido Ricciardo out in the open, out in the wilderness. It's not a very good Australian voice. But anyway, that's how I feel. I feel like I'm going into the woods or going into the wilderness or in the jungle, watching a very strange creature going about his business. And really, really, this is sort of a continuation of this. And this has been going on for 8 years. Just think about that. He's been doing YouTube videos for 8 years. 8 years. So he's gone from reviewing comics, which I would say doing comics now on YouTube is a waste of time. Because people have moved on from that. It was big in 2017, 2018, 2019. But since then, it's kaput. It's done. Those days are over. I very rarely do videos here. I do videos if I want to make a couple bucks or just have a laugh. At least for myself. But Guido Ricciardo, what happened to him? What happened? Well, it's funny you should mention. Got in trouble, went to prison, was told you either go to prison, get raped, or you go in the military and get raped. No, he went in the military. I shouldn't have said that. What the hell's mad at me? Well, a lot of things mad at me, but we won't get into that. But yeah, so this is just another situation, and we will pop in. I mean, this is like going to the VA hospital. Really, I hate to say that. and check on the guy that's in the padded room, screaming at the clouds, like Grandpa Simpson screaming at the clouds, rolling his fist up, I'll get you, critical drinker, and then we'll do these little observations every so often on the weirdest comic book creator. And we can't forget he has comics. He does his own books. And they're always late. And this is another episode from the homeless center where Richard C. Meyer resides and is also the comic book hut. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.